Hey, I think I'm gonna change things up a little bit here, and well, this is me behind the camera, behind the screen. I usually say playing games and stuff, but um, as you know, I'm big into cars, and I kind of want to show you my car because, well, it's a Chevy Cruze. It's nothing too crazy, but I mean, I've put some work into it, some money into it. It's pretty quick. Doesn't look like much, but I mean, it's a full-on sleeper at this point. So the thing with it is it had a lot of issues. I got it secondhand, the 2016 and a half Chevy Cruze Limited LT, so it's not the base. Because my old Sonic got totaled, which I think there are videos for on the channel, but I wanted something along the same platform. This is basically the same platform. It's not exactly the Gamma 2 platform, but it is. They share the same engines, the 1.8 and the 1.4. I have the 1.4 turbo in this now. The old car had the 1.8, which I never had an issue with, never had any kind of reliability issues with. It's just past 110,000. I got it with 93,000 on it. But 4 days after I got it, threw a cold air intake on it, and I just replaced it with a brand new one, a new ZZ Performance cold air intake. Let me pop the hood real quick. It's got some light mods, nothing crazy, and a tune, and the acorns in the hood liner, but that's different. So this is the 1.4 turbo. It's got the ZZ Performance catch can. It's got the ZZ Performance ported intake manifold. ZZ Performance cold air intake with the heat shield. It's really nice. And then if we go around the car to the back, we have Trubin's 2.5-inch stainless catback with a MagnaFlow straight through muffler. And then it's tuned by Trifecta Performance, so it's a flash tune, but it fucking boogies. And then it's got some aftermarket lights that were retrofitted by Lighting Trends. I got those secondhand, but they're pretty nice. Sorry, checking my coolant level. This car has 110,000 on it now, and it's nothing special. People really don't think much of it because they're like, oh, it's Chevy Cruze, who thinks of that? And then I was driving with my buddy's Speed 6, and I was keeping up with him, so that kind of tells you something, I think. But who knows? It's just sitting around the 200 horsepower mark, 15 pounds of boost is where it peaks out at right now. It's on factory turbo still, which I need to replace because the turbo seal's going. But I mean, I'm planning to do pistons, conrods, the whole bottom end, top end. I'm going to do everything on that. Bigger turbo, probably an aftermarket wastegate actuator, aluminum radiator, bigger intercooler. I have a Catalyst mid-pipe I have ready to go, and I just don't have a lift or anything to really get it on with. I got a AEM high flow fuel pump ready to go in, and it's got, and I have a Bosch Green Giant 42 pound injectors also ready to go in. But there's some pros and cons to this engine platform. One, the 1.4 turbo is notoriously unreliable. Mainly the PCV and just other issues, head gaskets, oil leakage, all that stuff. Typical shit. I fixed a lot of it. The ZZ Performance catch can, any catch can on a turbo car. Highly recommend that though. This one bypasses the PCV completely, so I don't have to worry about that. It's already starting to fill up, actually. If I could twist this off real quick. I'll show you what's in it. At first, when I installed it, it took a few months, and I'm like, is it even actually doing anything? Oops. I would say so. It's definitely doing something. So I'm pretty happy knowing that it's actually working correctly as intended. Actually, let me take the dipstick out so I get threaded in easier. Gotta do it with my left hand because it's just easier to thread it on that way. Yep. Pretty inexpensive kit. ZZ Performance, I mean, their slogan is literally, or motto, whatever you want to call it, is literally go fast, not broke. And it's true. This kit was, I think, just about $300. The intake was, I want to say $326. The ported intake manifold was about $299, I think. So it wasn't that bad. The tune itself was $640 because I had a returning customer discount. And oh, I have the ZZ Performance's high voltage coil pack, which isn't the best, but it's not bad. They make a booster that you actually can attach right there for really high horsepower applications. Nothing crazy. It looks stock from the outside. I mean, look at it. It's pretty much stock. It's when you pop the hood, when you see all the goodies, and the lights kind of give it away, but nothing crazy. Oh, that's where that went. Okay. Let's put that in my pocket. But it's doing pretty good. I gotta get some new brakes. These are all fine. It's just the outside that are all crusty. Tiny bit of warpage, nothing crazy. I'm gonna do power stops fronts. The Z23 kit, the Evolution kit, drilled and slotted rotors with the carbon ceramic pads, and then the rears are gonna just be the power stop drums. So I get the best of both worlds. I get the stopping power and looks of a drilled and slotted rotor with the durability and reliability of a drum in the rear. So, and then the exhausts, I wish I kind of waited to do all that until I had the catless mid pipe, but I didn't. I wanted to get a regular like high flow cat one, but it didn't really. I saw the catless mid pipe for $199 on eBay, and I'm like, shit, and it's from ZZP. So I got that. So one of these days I'll be taking this up to a buddy's shop, dropping the whole exhaust off, reconnecting it with the new flanges and gaskets, bolting it back up, and then I got to drop the tank for the pump, and then do the injectors. I'll do those at the same time because why not? If I can get rid of two birds with one stone, I will. But it sounds good. It looks good. I mean, it's a little beat up and scratched as it would be. I mean, that's missing. I don't care. That's the whole sleeper appeal. So, and it's dirty. I gotta wash the car. But, I was going to get a certain cat back. I think it was the ZZP cat back, and then I was going to cut it up and everything. But then I found that Trubens makes the exhaust exactly the way I wanted it, the way I had it on the Sonic. That was a whole cut up job that it rotted out after a few years. So, but it is an automatic. I don't have a problem with that. It's an automatic. Oop, I'll get my keys. But it shifts so fast when you're in the Triptronic. So let me start her up a little bit. Yeah, I know the hood's open. Thank you. Yeah. Typical fare, nothing crazy. Worst system ever that GM ever did. Fuck the MyLink system. It's terrible. You could get a bunch of aftermarket screens on like eBay. It's touchscreen. It's touchscreen and everything, but that's not bad. It's when it gets hot, it freezes, cuts out, and does whatever. It's but I'm gonna get a a giant touchscreen just to delete all this from Super Cruise's store. I know the guy who knows the guy who runs the store in South Jersey, so it's gonna work out pretty good. So the thing with these cars, these you know, the Chevy Cruze, the Sonic, and stuff like that, there's not much of a tuner performance platform for those cars. ZZP is probably the biggest. Then you have Bad News Racing. Then you have what's it called? You have Racer X used to have stuff. They pretty much got rid of all their Sonic and Cruze stuff. Cruise Culture has more cosmetic items, and then you have Super Cruises for just for first and second gen cruises. ZZP is starting to finally get more second gen stuff out with the LE2 engine, which is a little bit more reliable, more power from factory. But I mean, it's basically just a rebirth of this engine, just better. So the Sonic had the 1.8, which I had never had an issue with, but there was like no mod support. You could do like a cold air intake, an exhaust, not just like performance mods. Yeah, you could do a cold air intake, an exhaust, and then at that point was pretty much it. Mishimoto did offer a racing thermostat for it, which I did have in the old car. That's it though. They don't offer anything else. Everything else you have to get custom fabbed by machine shops. So there's like Skunkworks porting. I know ZZP some stuff that they could do, but usually Skunkworks porting is the ones who does, like, they're the masters of Ecotech porting and stuff. It's basically their brand. He does good work. Check him out. But this car is crazy quick now that I fixed the intake issue. It would stutter on the, it would like hesitate to pick up once they launched it. And then, you know, it was just, you know, eventually it would kick off. But now that issue is totally gone. I put a whole new MAF sensor in, and I think that's what fixed the issue. I think the old one was just shot. And then the turbo lag, the factory turbo lag was so bad. The tune from Trifecta fixed that. Rev limiter's gone. I could rev it all the way to fuel cutoff at 6750, I think it is. And then I think I could get the speed limiter raised a little bit, but I don't need that right now for just 200 horsepower. Once I get more, I would probably do maybe like 150, 155 top speed. That's it. I don't plan to go any faster in this thing, if I ever get to go that fast in this thing. So, but if I rev it, you might see some oil coming out and smoke because turbo seal, but you know, this is how it sounds. Sounds pretty good. Oh god. These things weigh about just over 3,000 pounds curb weight. 3,000, I think it's 6 pounds curb weight. Not too bad, not too great, but it does the job. It parties, it boogies. But yeah, I mean, it's a work in progress. It definitely fixed a lot of the issues that the engine had. It's gone through 2 throttle bodies because of the ZZ Performance throttle body spacer. The plugs that you could put, tap-ins for like gauges or nitrous. You could do that. That would end up going. They would just pop out on their own. They would. And so it created a vacuum leak, and it contaminated the throttle body and killed it. So take out the throttle body, put a new one in. I did a new O2 sensor in the front. The rear one wasn't a problem. The front one was the problem. And so, you know, I had to let that sit, and eventually it relearned idle, which is good. I'm happy with it. And then it did it twice. It did it, I would say, in June this year. But I knew I already knew how to fix it, so I had it done in like a week. Less than that, probably. But yeah, and then tensioner broke on it. Had to fix that. Thermostat, the old thermostat broke. Then I got a racing thermostat from ZZP. It didn't even work out of the box. So I went back to an OEM style thermostat. Haven't had an issue since. I'm going to get the ZZP expansion tank because they make a metal one because it's crack. I'm going to get the aluminum coolant outlet because those crack. So nothing really other anything crazy I have to do. I'll probably end up doing the hose for the oil cooler to a silicone style pipe instead of the factory pipe. So and then I might change the bumper to a different style bumper, an aftermarket style bumper like Duraflex or something. I don't know what I want to do yet. And then I'll probably delete the lower grill and relocate the plate if I keep this one, so I get exposed the intercooler when I get the front mount, because the intercooler on these is actually tucked behind the radiator, between the radiator and the fan shroud. So I'm going to be doing Rev 9 coilovers on it. It's going to get what else is it going to get? I have all sorts of plans for it. It's going to get diamond pistons, ZZP conrods, stage 1 cam from ZZP. The whole top end's going to be ZZP. I don't know what turbo I want to get yet. It's either going to be a ZZP V3, the Z04. Probably won't do the Z04. I'll probably do the V3 or the or one of like the Voodoo or Venom turbochargers from Super Cruise's store. So there's a whole lot of places where you could find parts for these things, believe it or not. The bolt pattern sucks though for wheels 5x105. It's junk. I really hate the stupid bolt pattern, but there are some decent wheels you could get for them. I got wraps on my old car. Probably gonna do real wheels on this one, probably in silver. I'm not gonna do black. And then I have a gauge pod I want to put in. It's a pillar pod. It fits right in, factory color, molding and everything. And then I gotta get another gauge from the hell is it called? How don't I remember? Oh, Glow Shift. So I had a transmission temps gauge, and I have an oil pressure gauge. I'm gonna probably switch out the trans temp gauge for a boost, like a boost gauge. And then I'll just get the adapter from Super Cruisers and wire it all up. So, what do you want, Macy? My dog's just looking at me at the door. But yeah, it's just a little rundown on the Cruise. I have not tested it 0 to 60 since I changed the intake out, and it's definitely gotten noticeably quicker. It's more responsive now. Probably gonna get better seats, at least my seat anyway. I'm gonna probably get a full-on bucket, but I don't know if I want to do that just yet. Super Cruises does sell a steering wheel adapter for paddles, and then he can wire it right into your existing transmission, so you don't have to, you could use this or you could use the paddles like a Camaro kind of. But yeah, that's really it for this thing. Could I do nitrous at some point? Probably. Am I going to? No. Nitrous is no joke. But yeah, just a little insight into like kind of the weird obscurity of the Cruise modding game, or like this weird platform modding game. Trifecta Performance does flash tunes. So you give them the VIN, what parts you have or putting in it, and they'll adjust a configuration file for you. Why is my window open? And what they'll do is they'll send you when you buy the tune the first time, you get a flash cable, which I think I have in here. I think I do. Oh, is this it? Yes, okay. Trifecta flash cable. So you'd plug it into your laptop, and then you'd plug it into the OBD2 port, put the car into accessory, so not all the way over without turning the car on, and then you'd flash a tune in. It's pretty easy. You could data log on it. They could read you the information, adjust tunes that way. But otherwise, it's yeah, I've gotten my money's worth out of this car. So trying to think what else. Probably gonna do a little lip spoiler at some point. I would debadge it, but I really don't want to, because that adds to kind of the sleeper appeal. Kind of want to get a new grill on the front of this thing, because I kind of hate the weird angular grill like this. Although it's kind of ugly. I got to finish wiring up the halos and the RGB DRLs and everything. But yeah, it's pretty good so far. And then Ultra Racing makes a ton of chassis bracing and reinforcement stuff for this platform. I think the Sonic as well. So yeah. And then I'm probably going to get a heat extraction type hood with a vent right up here, like a Corvette kind of. But we'll see what I want to do with that. Yeah. What else? The only thing I recommend with these things is, one, getting a catch can. If it's the 1.4 turbo, even in stock, get a catch can. Trust me. It's a little pain in the ass to install, but it's not bad. Get a catch can, and have the water pump and yeah, the water pump inspected. And I got to get the AC replaced, but it's fine. It's starting to cool off, so I usually just roll with the windows down anyway. But it's got good interior space. The trunk space is pretty big. Mine's full of crap, so I'm not going to show you that. But yeah, I'll definitely be putting a driving video at the end of this. So you know, I could show you how it performs and everything. I have a GoPro mount for this thing. Yeah, that's really it. People knew my car, my old car, because I mean, I was the only one with a modified blue one in the area, and a lot of people recognize this thing now. So, my buddy's Speed 6 is pretty badass. We're the Silver Crew. He calls his the Silver Bullet. I call this the Silver Sloth. I was thinking about changing my Instagram to that, but it's not. My Instagram is 845_cruise. You can follow me if you like. But yeah, if you're interested in more content like this, you could subscribe. You can comment below, and if you have any other questions, I could absolutely ask them for you. So, thanks.